person, don't be subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, please. Before I start saying rubbish. Okay, don't be surprised that hello and welcome back to Auntie Kudi TV. If you are new and you're looking for a place where they talk about parenting, relationships, careers and dreams and Latima, you are in the right corner, so take a seat. So you know how we do it, guys. So this is the relationship segment, and today we'll be looking at red flags, the red flags. Today we'll be discussing red flags. You see, red flags is actually more than, what you see on social media that, people are saying if your girl cannot switch on the generator, then it's red flag. Or if your girl cannot pound yam, then it's red flag. Or, all those basic things. Red flag is actually beyond that. I'm sure that is actually a joke. Those things are actually put on there for jokes. But, let's actually discuss what red flags really is now. The red flags, they're just those things that you should watch out for when you meet a guy and you're considering, when you meet a guy or a lady and you're considering, you're considering that person. When you meet a person, love life, relationship life, and you're considering that person, okay, these are the things that you should look at. Probably it involves that you study them first. It involves that get to know them or something like that. But what people do is they make mistake of thinking that, okay, people will change. I can make him change. I can make her change. We can change our ways or something like that. Or this person has done a new leaf or something like that. But what we don't actually, we know this, but we usually don't want to accept that, change actually comes from the person itself. Change comes from the person knowing that, okay, I want to change. I am ready to change. You cannot just say you change anybody. There is one funny thing about this red flag is that, when you see a red flag in somebody and you're like, okay, I can't deal with this, let me move on. Once you move on and then you find out that the person you move on, like you move on from this person, that person will find someone else. Is either that person is ready to accept that person, to accept the person like that, or that person has actually changed for that person. So when I said you cannot change somebody, but that person can change for you, it is actually a big deal. So if you think, okay, this person is bad, I move on from the person, and you say the person is someone else, then you're like, oh yuck, do you know this person do this kind of things? And you're like, and the person, don't be subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, please. Before I start saying rubbish. Okay, don't be surprised that the other person that is with that person you moved on might tell you that no, he doesn't do it, although he told me he's in the past or something like that. That person has actually changed for that person. So you have to find that person that is willing to change for you. That is one thing about red flag. Find someone who is willing to change for you, not that somebody you want to change. You might be a game changer and that might be in your career or in your dream or something like that. But in relationships, in marriages, it actually works differently. So yeah, what are the red flags to note? And when you meet a person and you're like, studying them, I'll go with guys first. The red flags that guys give, that girls should note. Number one is does he communicate regularly? Does he communicate regularly? When a guy doesn't speak much to you, then you know that, okay, is it that there are two things involved. Is it that you know that, okay, this is this person's personality and I can cope with it. Communication has to do with feelings, communication of word communication, just sharing love statements between each other. If that communication is not there, it is either you accept that, okay, this is who this person is. But if you know that you are seeking a partner who wake up every day and tell you that you are my jewel, who will call you in the middle of, a lot of things and tell you that I love you, and then the person that will, remind you again at night, like every second, then you know that, am I doing the right? You ask yourself that, are you doing the right thing? So if the communication is not there and you cannot cope with the communication, it has to do with you now. It is not the person. The person's nature is that cannot communicate. Can you cope? That is the question you ask yourself. You're not going to change that person. Then another thing is, how well, ladies, how well does that guy respect ladies? He doesn't like respect women's opinion. It doesn't have to be a feminist. It doesn't have to support feminism. But he has to, when there are some sensitive issues being talked about females, what is his reaction to it? What is his comments to it? Where does he stand to stop situation? Because a guy who is not interested in this women talk, or who is always bringing women down, and you're like, and there is a particular issue the society is discussing, and he gives his comments, and you're like, really, seriously? Do you know I am also one of those women you are badmouthing? And it's like, you're not part of them. You're different. My girl, it is a lie. You're different. Out of like millions or billions of women who have in this world, you alone are different. That is actually bobo. You know what bobo is? That is actually, sweet talks just to get you. That kind of person, not everybody in these instances, but that kind of person is likely to not treat you well. When you guys get deep into each other, when you guys marry, because he does not respect women. He does not see them as something important in the society. He thinks they are second or last to none. So you want to consider yourself, do I really want to put up with this person? This kind of person is likely to, beat you up or lash you out when you say something that he feels you shouldn't say to him, or when you just say a little thing, that kind of person might flare up because you are a woman and you're not supposed to talk to him like that because he's a man. So you want to consider that also. What other red flags do we have? Should we talk about a guy who is not giving his prospects money? I don't know if we should be talking about that, but that's, if you want to consider that as a red flag, it will be when you have, let's say, courtship stage. When you're in the courtship stage, and it's not about needing things for petty things like that, and you're always asking. But then there is one major thing, and he knows that, okay, this thing is very important, and he's in a position to help at that time, and it's kind of not helping. You probably want to get that person doesn't have your future at heart, or doesn't care about how far you go in life, or something like that. As I said before, it depends on you. If you are ready to take it, if you are ready to go along with it, but don't make that mistake of thinking that anybody will change for you. Red flags in ladies have to do with I don't know. Red flags in ladies, ladies don't, I don't want to say that ladies don't have a problem, except for a lady that is, violent and want to beat up the husband or something like that. If you are not somebody that is financially okay, it's into two now. That money is into two. If you're not someone that is financially okay, and then your prospect, your spouse, is always demanding for something she knows you cannot afford, and when you say you cannot afford it, she's always flaring up, or she's always getting angry, or talking bad at you, not even saying a word of prayer for you, or not helping you discuss or put heads together on how you can actually, make it, or how you can actually get that money or something like that, then you might want to watch out. It means that, that kind of person, that kind of lady is actually for the money, and When she's not getting the money, she's not happy, but when she's getting the money, she's happy. It depends on you too. If you want to keep up with that person as a guy, if you want to keep up with that lady, then you can go on and know that, okay, all I just need to do is hustle. When I hustle, then I'll have no problem with her when I get married to her. But you know that when the money is not there, then the same attitude comes up. So it depends on you too. Do you want to keep up with somebody like that? Do you want to keep struggling, keep hustling from somebody who will not appreciate the little effort you do, except you move mountains and stuff like that? If you want to keep up with that person, then go on. But if you are not, it is a red flag. So kindly tell yourself to move out. To move out of marriage, out of the intention of getting married to that person. So guys, those are the red flags for guys and ladies. I hope you have learned something in this video. I hope you will like this video. Comment whatever you feel in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you have not, and ring the notification bell to get notified whenever I post another video on this segment and on every other segment on Auntie Kudi TV. Also follow me on my social medias. Instagram, it is at auntie_kudi. For Facebook page, it is Auntie Kudi Parenting Up, and for Twitter, it is at Auntie Kudi. And you can also contact me via email. It is in the description below, so please do check it out. Thank you. Bye bye.